There's nothing like taking a trip back into time, and the folks at the Fanthorpe Inn do just that. Once a month, the historical landmark provides visitors with an incredible journey into Texas history.
Fanthorpe Inn was located along the La Bahia Trail, one of the major settlement routes through Texas, and it played host to many of the significant characters in the development of the Republic.
Built in 1834 by Englishman Henry Fanthorpe, the 18-room inn has been restored to its original glory.
It's a real treasure, and it's a real step back in time to come visit the inn, experience what accommodations were like in the 1850s, as well as learn a little bit about transportation and communication during the period.
Stagecoaches would routinely visit the inn with passengers and guests, and that tradition carries on today.
Okay, Larry.
The Fanthorpe Inn has one of the most unique experiences here in the Brazos Valley. You can actually ride a stagecoach through Anderson and back. Adios.
There's no replacement of actually experiencing history. I would like to think that after traveling on the stagecoach, that when a child sees a cowboy show on TV and sees the stagecoach, they can say, well, I rode on one of those and let me tell you what it's like.
Definitely wasn't the minivan.
Praying Pierre is an Aggie who now lives in Houston, and his family enjoyed their ride on the Concord stagecoach. Being able to show his children what the Lone Star State used to be like is a Texas treasure.
It's important to let them know that everything isn't modern cars, and you know where it kind of came from, and that a lot of people went through a lot of hardships in order for us to get to where we are now.
The Fanthorpe Inn, a significant stop on the Brazos Valley Bucket List, providing the Brazos Valley with an incredible history written by the people who made Texas what it is today. When you first walk into the New Republic Brewery, it looks like an incredible science experiment. But as it turns out, these locals are creating a tasty Brazos Valley brew called the Bellows Amber Ale.
I moved out here from California in 2008 and noticed that there was no brewery.
I think this batch turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Dean Brundage had an idea to start making a Brazos Valley beer and teamed up with fellow homebrewer and friend John Januski.
He was the one stupid enough to commit, and here we are.
It seemed like a good time to do it. Dean and I get along really well, and we have similar interests, so it's been a lot of fun working together and getting this going.
The pair rented out a workspace to create their masterpiece and have been working on the right combination of water, malt, hops, and yeast since September. Now they have the perfect pint.
Local beer is all about good beer. The best beer you're ever going to have is right after it's come out of the brewery. When it's fresh, it's going to taste great. It's local.
We take our tap handle.
The New Republic Brewery has only been selling its beer for a few months, but it already has an incredible following.
We first got the beer in about 2 weeks ago, and overnight it's turned into our #1 selling beer.
Alex Long owns Church Street Barbecue, and the ale happens to go perfect with a plate of pork ribs.
The taste of it is similar to a lot of the bigger name craft beers, but the finish on it's a lot cleaner. There's no bitter aftertaste or anything like that, so people really enjoy it.
It really does have a good flavor, and I mean, College Station's already a fun town, and having a beer associated with it, that's good. That could bring more people out here.
The craft beer, as they call it, had a calling here in the Brazos Valley, and these Bear Barons have answered.
We have almost fewer craft breweries per capita than any other state in the nation, but we have more beer drinkers per capita than most other states in the nation, so we've got a big gap to fill.
For the first microbrewery here in town, there are a couple brew pubs here, which is good, and we want to be a regional player. We want to serve all of Texas.
A Brazos Valley brew from the New Republic Brewery. A nice way to toast the things we have to offer right here in the Brazos Valley. Who knew that a simple wood-burning grill could have so much power over people?
We're going to make this a family thing, and I want y'all to continue this on for many, many years.
Family gatherings are created, shared, and celebrated here, all for one reason.
And they put out the best barbecue you ever want to wrap your lips around.
The folks at the New Zion Missionary Baptist Church know their barbecue. After all, they've been doing it for over 40 years. That's when Annie Ward started serving a sauce that's known around the world.
She said, there's no secret. We just don't tell anybody.
Reverend Clinton Edison has been in charge of the church barbecue ever since Sister Ward went home.
We have not changed for one thing. Everything that she did, the way she did it, we do is exactly the same. And it has been and continues to be quite a blessing to us and to the church.
If I describe the taste of the barbecue, I don't have enough words to put it in the right content.
Arthur Hill grew up in Huntsville, but now he has to travel far to get a taste of home.
I read a magazine one time, I think I was in San Francisco, talking about this being one of the top barbecue places in Texas. So I had never been here before, so I decided to come by, and I've been coming for the last 5 or 6 years now.
We have literally fed people from all over the world, and that speaks volumes for the type of food you're serving.
That's good.
Johann Schuster is from Germany, and he owns a fine dining restaurant in Houston. His palate can handle the most complicated foods, but for some reason, Texas barbecue just hits the spot.
For the chef, it's very exciting, and Texas barbecue especially, because they know to handle their meats, they know to handle their fire, and it's a different approach to simple things done right.
But if you do want to try the simple barbecue done right, the New Zion Missionary Baptist Church barbecue joint is only open 3 days a week and never on Sunday.
If you can't get it, your fix in 3 days. You just have to wait till the next week.
Soaking up the sauce at the New Zion Missionary Baptist Church barbecue in Huntsville, a well-known stop on our Brazos Valley Bucket List. Leona is a small town, but every weekend, hundreds of Texans come from all over the state to visit the city with one light and one incredible stop, the Leona Drug Store. And once you walk inside, prepare to feel like Calvin Coolidge is still president.
Our original intent really was just to restore the building, but then once we got the soda fountain in and had it looking right, we thought, well, shoot, we might as well run it.
The drugstore was built in 1923, and last year it went through a year-and-a-half restoration by owner Donald House.
Well, we get a glass, and what you do in making anything is you memorize different levels in the glass.
Known for their sodas made with carbonated water and syrup, the whole process can be a little confusing for little ones who may have never seen anything like it before.
They come in, sit on the stool, and they look kind of starry-eyed and just don't know what to order. Sometimes they'll say, I want a Coke. Well, we got a whole lot more than Coke.
Not only can you get shakes, malts, ice cream floats, sundaes, you can get just about everything, even a real Dublin Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's good. That is really good.
The people are saying that this is the best they've ever had, and it may be, because we're able to make it richer. Only with a soda fountain can you do that.
But Don didn't just open the drugstore to take people back in time. He did it for his family.
This is a place where my father used to come as a boy, and he and the siblings would come in by wagon. They would give him a nickel apiece to spend in town, and this is one of the places they would come.
And with the doors to the drugstore back open, Leona has something to lean on, keeping it on the map thanks to its tasty treats.
It feels good to maybe do this for the community, so there's something here rather than just a flashing light, that there's a reason to come to Leona.
The Leona Drugstore, a simply sweet stop on our Brazos Valley Bucket List.